Greg Larson here for the Dreamcatcher Podcast. Thanks for joining us. Today my guest is Loria Raiola from Brooklyn. So, drama mama, as she said. So how are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful.
Great.
Mark?
Thank you. So what's the weather like in Brooklyn today?
Oh my God. I'm in Florida. I'm in Sarasota right now.
Yeah. I love Sarasota. I love Florida.
Yeah. I'm a Brooklyn girl, but I grew up on Staten Island. I was there for many, many, many decades.
Okay.
And August the 5th, it will be 1 year that I'm living in Sarasota.
Wow, nice. Oh, I love Florida, especially in wintertime. Get out of Nebraska.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about Sarasota is that in November you could still wear your bikini top on the lanai. The bad thing about Sarasota is that your mascara melts off you in August.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I've never been to Florida at that time of year, but I have definitely heard it's a little humid.
Yeah, it's
no. So what drew you to Sarasota?
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. You know, it had to take a lot to make me want to leave my home of 6+ decades.
Wow.
But I didn't like what was going on there. I have teenagers.
Okay.
And I kind of wanted to shake it and bake it up for them and
sure.
kind of get it out of there, get them out of that environment.
Right.
Their environment, even though it was a lot of positives, and just show them another way of being,
True.
And plus, you know what was going on in New York last year.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it was kind of like living in a military state, and
wow.
Yeah, it was sad. So I wasn't going for it.
Okay.
I don't blame you. So I packed up and moved. But before we go any further, I would like to say that
yes.
I'm ignited and delighted to be here with you today, and I really want to wish you well on your 100th podcast.
Thank you so much.
That's awesomeness.
Oh.
And Drama Mama wants to also tell you that. Wait, she's coming through now.
I love that too. Oh, so cool.
Hi, everybody. My name is Shamalama Bama Kukananda Drama Mama Rama.
Oh, cool. So awesome.
And I'm coming through Loria to wish Mark a happy 100th podcast. Now, Mark,
yes.
100 is a very it's a very sexy number. I want you to know,
okay.
Because 100 anything is amazing. Like 100 push-ups or
true.
100 raviolis or
true.
100 lollipops, 100 girlfriends, 100 meet
there you go.
boyfriends, 100 meet the pool. But you did 100 podcasts. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You are
awesome.
I want you to know.
So cool.
Okay. So take that and knock to your mind.
I will definitely take it. I love it.
Take it into your heart.
Thank you.
And may you receive all the good you put out.
Thank you very much.
100 times to the 10th power.
Oh, thank you very much. You're going to make me cry here. Thank you.
Don't forget to eat mangoes naked.
Okay, I will. I will do that, and I will tell my wife what I'm doing.
with Chef, yes.
Yes.
Okay, she just had to. She left. She just had to come in and say that to you. But she was like, so wanting to say that to you. Oh my God.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I so appreciate that. It's so cool. Your energy. I just love your energy. So, yeah. So, okay. I got to ask, how does she, how do you two, she just comes and goes, or?
She comes and goes, and she's like one of my alter egos, you might say.
Okay.
She's like a psycho, a psychic gypsy.
Awesome.
Yeah, and she loves people, and she definitely has a point of view about things. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
She's coming out with like a dance video, like a fitness video.
I got to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. So, does she help you with what you do every day in and day out? I think evidently so.
Yeah, she does. She's She's very funny, and she kind of
She is.
makes me look at the whole picture sometimes when I just want to be subjective. She brings in another point of view.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
different point of views is always good. So
Mm-hmm.
that is. So your kids? You said you brought your kids down to Florida. Do they have? Do they have their own too? Or they like their mom?
Yes and no. No, they're very unique and individual.
Sure.
Sometimes I turn around because I hear them saying the same things that I say, or the same phrases that I say.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God!
yeah. Where'd that come from? Yes.
They're very unique and individual, I would say.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
So
it is good.
how old are your children, if I may ask?
My children are 15.
Okay.
They're twins.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I gave birth to twins at 50 years young. When
Awesome.
the world wrote me off as being too old to have children,
Mm-hmm.
but I tricked the world, and I said, I'm not going for your judgments. And
Amen.
but that's not why I did it. I did it because I was part of my soul's blueprint to have them at this age and this stage.
Yep.
And I'll never look back. I don't regret it. It's been an
Cool.
amazing ride. Although the teen
Yep.
years are definitely challenging. Definitely challenging.
That I know is definitely a fact. Yes, I think back to when I was that age, and I'm amazed I'm still here after my parents didn't kill me or something like that, or drop me off. Yes, exactly. Yeah. No.
I mean, I am constantly praying to the angels, but having said that, they're doing okay. They're doing okay.
Good.
I think
That's a blessing.
you know, they know I have their back. We have their back.
Yes, and that's worth so much.
Yeah, it really is. And boundaries, healthy boundaries.
Yes, very necessary.
Letting them express.
Yeah.
That's very important. Yeah, and it's new for me too, because I've never been the parent of teenagers. I've worked with kids for 33 years.
Oh wow.
With the New York City Department of Ed, I was a high school teacher for 12 years, and I was a school counselor for over 20. And I had all the at-risk kids. Yeah, I started really young. I started like right out of college.
Okay.
I didn't go to graduation. I went to work.
You really did.
I skipped graduation. I went to work. I had a teaching job.
Wow.
And because in my family, there was only two ways you could get respect. One was to get married, and the other one was to get married. No, one was to get married,
Yeah.
and the other one was to work.
Yeah.
So I didn't get married until I was 43.
Okay. Cool.
In the Italian culture, in any culture that's old, but in the Italian culture, if you're not married by the time you're 25 with children, it's like, okay, what's wrong with her?
Yeah.
And then by the time you're 30, if you're not married, you become the dreaded old maid.
Yeah.
But in my case, they were very nice. They didn't call me an old maid. They called me an overeducated asshole.
Oh, okay. So nice. Okay.
Which is a lot better than being called an old maid.
That's true, yes.
But did I pay attention to them?
No.
But I had a good time with them.
I hope I get to meet you in person sometime. You are so, and it's so awesome that you didn't let age define you. I mean, so many people, it's like, this is what it is, and if I haven't done it, it's like, it's too late. And you're showing the world that you don't have to let age define you. So that is...
Well, and anytime you have a burning dream, a passionate dream, you have to throw age out the window. However,
You do.
when it comes to pregnancy in women, there is women do have a biological clock.
They do.
However, today, you don't even need a vagina to get pregnant. But it helps to have one.
It does.
Having said that, it's wonderful to have them young. Having said that, and I'm not advocating any people wait till they're 49 to get pregnant. I'm not advocating that, but it was my journey. And isn't it great to have options?
It is. Options are always good. Oh no, I love it. I just love it. So, okay, this is a dream. I can hardly wait to have you answer this question. Okay, I always ask the guests, what was your dreams when you were growing up?
Oh my God, I had so many dreams, but
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, and I did want to become a dancer,
Okay.
And I did become a dancer.
Cool.
I trained, and I was a
Oh, wow.
I danced professionally
Wow.
for many years, and I also taught dance to kids.
Nice. Very nice.
For many years. I had like 3 generations of kids that I taught
Uh-huh.
at a local arts center. So
Okay.
that was one of my dreams. I did want to. I wanted to become an attorney for a while.
Really?
But
Okay.
I never became an attorney.
Okay.
And get these books out.
Sure.
I always wanted to be like a performer and an actor and like
Sure.
that. And I did.
Right.
I had self-produced 4 theater shows
Wow.
that I wrote the script for. I was in. I also had a cast of musicians.
Sure. Yeah.
So my dream was kind of to be in the arts and a performer, and I fulfilled that, and I'm still working in the arts. But I think everybody kind of wants that soulmate.
I agree.
The nice
the one
house
that gets you. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I have a wonderful soulmate.
Awesome.
I mean, I didn't meet him until many years. Later.
Right.
Like I said, I got married at 43. And I said to God when I was 40, I said, I don't care, God, if I have to live in a freaking convent, not that I would, I'll be single for the rest of my life, okay, and have a good time. I'm not settling for any boring guy that you're gonna send me. So if you want me to get married to somebody and have a soulmate, you better send him to me and do it freaking now, because I'm 40.
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
A few months later, in walks Mr. Right. But and of course,
cool.
I pushed him away,
Sure.
because that's what we do.
We do.
And then, I didn't push him away for that long. But
okay, well, we got to do a little bit at the beginning here.
I was so used to, like doing everything on my own, and
I got
that's
true too.
Very, very comfortable with being single. A lot of starseeds are, but it got kind of lonely. I really didn't want to get married.
Really? Okay.
In my 30s, because nobody was happy. My mother wasn't happy. My father wasn't happy. My brother wasn't happy. The guy next door wasn't happy. The guy down the block, and now everybody started getting divorced.
Oh.
So
makes you wonder, yeah.
So and then when I got to be about, I would say 35, I started noticing that there were people they had this spiritual connection, this real, and I didn't have that in my life with a man, and the void was like here, it was like out to here, and I really was started to be open to that at that point. But prior to that, I was like, nah, it's not for me.
Everything, I always believe everything happens at the time it's supposed to, and basically the way it's supposed to too. So I don't know if you believe that or not, but
I do. I think as humans, sometimes we push away what's best for us.
I agree.
And then the universe, God, the Creator, whatever you want to call it, it'll keep showing up.
It will.
And so we'll have more opportunities for
yes.
Okay,
you called yourself a starseed, I hear. So
yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, so are you. You've done 100
I
shows.
am. So I tell my wife that, and I've known that for quite a while, and she's like, "What?" So no, I'm so many things that I did when I was younger. It's like I would have never known what it's like two different people. It's just interesting how life happens and how life evolves and everything. So cool. So just like 2 years ago, I wouldn't have been doing a podcast either. So
I know it's amazing that when you look back on it, I'm sure you could see that even though you didn't think you were a starseed, you didn't even know what that was. I'm sure you saw there were little telltale signs that brought you to where you are today.
Exactly. Yes. If I look back on the journey there, I definitely see that. And I love the direction everything's going. It's so cool. So, okay. So you said you were a teacher, and I mean all this. So what got you started like teaching in New York or in Brooklyn?
Oh my God.
And everything like that. I mean,
wow. Well, I I thought teaching in really bad neighborhoods was going to be really exciting.
right.
And I felt like who does that? It's like people feel like they want to go.
Want to make a difference? Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that would be exciting. I'm a people person, so I really wanted to relate to people through teaching.
Right.
And I really enjoy being with kids, and that was part of my blueprint, my my profile, my DNA to be with. I kind of came in on that ray, like the mother ray, to nurture that way.
Sure.
So I was very comfortable with that.
Right.
As it turned out, it was a lot of work.
I bet. I can't imagine.
I eventually I became burned out, but then back again. And then I went on to get my master's, and I think to have longevity, I needed to make a change. So I went into counseling, and that was a lot of work. I know people used to tell me that I took my job really seriously. People used to tell me that I was intense,
But you were, like you said, you were doing it. You were really wanting to make a difference or help. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't have any regrets. I think I supported a lot of kids, and their families. So I feel good about that.
And I can see.
I feel good about that.
I think that's very good because you stepped up, and because some people it's like, like a lot of people, I wish somebody would do something about that. You did, so you stepped up and did it.
I learned a lot along the way. I got a lot of training, and I also had like professional training, conventional training, and a lot of unconventional training, which I really embraced. And
awesome.
I brought that in with me to like the conventional world, and kind of like being a systems buster. We have to work in these systems to make money, to put money on the table, to feed our family, to pay our mortgage. So we have to work within them creatively.
Yep, you do.
And do what we have to do. And if things become too like against who we are, then we have some choices to make.
You do.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Thank God I never ever had to choose between feeding my family and an injection. I'm so happy, and I have no judgment for those that made that decision against what they really wanted for themselves. To me, they're really those are heroes because they were doing it for their families, so.
Yeah, I hear you on that. And that's one thing where you were at. The injection was much more. Nebraska, we actually didn't do lockdown. There wasn't near the where you had to get the injection. So we didn't. I didn't have to deal with that near as much here as I think you probably would have on the East Coast or other parts of the United States.
Yeah.
So, but it is. Everybody had to do what they needed to do for themselves. So I definitely agree.
Yeah. I was lucky because I was getting my pension, and I was okay. But my husband, however, was denied work. My boys couldn't. My very athletic boys couldn't go to after school.
Wow.
Athletics. Yeah, and I wasn't going for that. No,
I don't blame you. I wouldn't have either.
Yeah, I was like, see ya later. Put the house up for sale.
Wow, I didn't realize it got right to that point. Yeah. So what did your husband do then? Is that just you decided to leave then, or is that when you did?
Well, I said to my husband, honey, I'm going. Whether you come with me or not, that's okay. I'm going. He says, I'm coming with you. I said, great.
Awesome. That is awesome.
For the first time in my life, and it was wild. I was free. My freedom became the most important thing to me.
I hear you. Yes, I understand that too.
And it was wild. I mean, it was like the thing I valued over everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So Yeah,
No.
but where I lived on Staten Island, still a nice place to live, and there are
Sure.
lovely areas and great people,
Yeah.
but it's not as nice as it used to be. And
That's too bad.
they put a speed camera a door away. Now,
Okay.
if you're going 36 miles an hour at 2:00 a.m., you get a $50 ticket in your mailbox.
Wow.
I know, and it's like, so I didn't like being surveilled that much.
Neither. I would definitely
I don't like
that.
being surveilled, and so there were other things that I saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a good choice. Now, will I always be a New Yorker? You better believe it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
A real New Yorker, and at some point, I may return somewhere else and get a condo or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
Yes. I'm living in the question right now.
Yep.
Right now, Sarasota's our home, and raising the boys and living life and.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I actually like the environment in Florida better than I've never been to Brooklyn or in New York, but I would definitely, in those two situations, I'm sure I would have chosen, to go something like Florida too. So
yeah, no place is perfect. I don't think any place is perfect. No. But I'm enjoying it, and we are flourishing here. And my husband has a show called The Roots of Black Music in America. And it's gone national across the country.
Nice.
In the library during COVID, it was like through Zoom.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And it was gone to over 50 cities. And now he's it's an awesome show. And now he's doing it. He's doing it live. Like he takes it to different places. Okay. And so that's a lot of fun. People love the show. It's like a 100-year journey. It starts with like the slave rituals, and it goes to Louis Armstrong, and it goes up through the years, all the way up to Prince. It's really cool.
Okay. I like that. That's really
Okay. He sings it, he narrates it, and he sings it, and it's a great show. Okay.
So are you doing anything like that?
Well, I was doing some performing. Now I just launched a book. So that was
okay.
Well, actually, I'm launching it on the 8th on the Lionsgate Port.
Oh, very soon.
Two books, actually. One just launched a couple of weeks ago. So that was kind of a very introverted thing to do, to get it out to the world.
Sure.
So I use my creativity for writing, but I haven't, like, back north, was with a group and an arts organization, so I haven't quite settled in here that way yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Takes time.
But
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does 5 years look like for you and your husband and your family? What are dreams you still want to catch?
Oh wow. I have dreams for myself, for the boys.
Sure.
Some of it's living in the question. I have a mentor. Her name is Dr. Tiana Conti. She's famous in certain circles. She's got 3 best-selling books out. She's a mystic trailblazer with her own download of healing from the lineage of Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene. And she has program called GPS Code. And I'm trained in it. And it takes people from the emotional stress to soul power solutions. So part of my life's work and mission is to not promote her work, but to share it with humanity and to take people through GPS Code so they can learn, they can run their own code and get back to their alignment.
I love that.
Where they're aligned. So it's come through her. It's like her life's work that's come through. And I know her for like 50 years. So that's towards now that I'm like in this part of my life, that's what I'm part of what I'm going to be focusing on. And have been, and we have a group, an inner circle. We've been meeting since 2015. And now
quite a while.
Now we're really launching, and you can go to Awakening Awareness Academy.
Okay.
Awakening, and check it out. There's
Definitely.
There's a free body prayer there where you could, and it takes like 2 minutes to do. You could watch the video, and it's set. It's actually set to lift up, entice, stroke. I'm trying to activate. That's the word.
Okay.
The oxytocin.
Oh, really? Okay.
The feel good hormone.
Sure, that feeling, yeah.
To get your body moving for the day. And so you could go there and you could check out the body prayer, and your listeners could. And then there's one other little tip which I'll give you guys.
Okay.
Oh, I'm stuck over here. When you start your day, and I do this every single day.
Okay.
Start your day with a hug.
Oh.
Like, I love
that.
And you just like, I love myself, and really feel it. Just before you even put your feet on the floor, I love myself, because the truth is, and this is that you're one with the Creator when you do this, and that'll lift your oxytocin, activate it also. But you can't love anyone if you don't love yourself, really and truly.
Amen.
And then it starts the day with, boosting that self-esteem, which so many people have in our society, which is all screwed up.
It is.
So
big time.
Throughout the day, I love you. I mean, and then I go into I'll look in the mirror and I'll say these affirmations, kind of thing. But that's a little bit more advanced, but just very basically. And then the body, you could get the body prayer. It's really cool. It's fun.
That is
and
so
that's
cool.
just a freebie thing.
That is so awesome. Because, like you say, I think, our society is messed up big time. But the people that I meet, there's a good share of the people that don't like themselves at all. So, and it's just, a lot of them I talk to, it's just like that they've heard the script from society, and they're not there where they need to be, it's just like, well, I don't have the good enough job. I don't have children by now. I don't have, a good job by now. And it's just like, and I have people, it's like, so wouldn't you think you'd be wanting to get ready to retire? And it's just like, I could have that be a problem, but it's like, why would I want to retire from something I love? Yeah. I mean, I'm never retiring. So it's just like, and then they say, when do you work and when do you play? It's like, both. It's together. It's never apart. But too many people... Well, I think even I'm amazed with kids getting out of high school now. They still have the script to go to school and all that stuff. And if they don't do that, it's just like there's so many options available, now. It's just like, forget that script. Just forget what they say. Do with your heart, listen.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
So no.
Yeah. What sets you on? Your heart on fire. Yeah. Follow that passion and follow, and then turn it into
exactly. It's a win-win.
Serve people.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I've got to remember. I got to do the hug thing. That is so cool in the morning.
Yeah.
What a way to start the day.
Yeah.
I just love that. So okay. So what are the name of your books?
What are the name of my books?
Yes.
Okay, the book that's coming out on 8/8, the Lionsgate, is called "Never Give Up on a Dream: A Guide to a guide to living a more expanded life." Never give up on a dream.
Never.
So you can get the Kindle version for a virgin. Oh my God, I don't believe I said virgin. You could get the Kindle version. I'm not a virgin, but I like. Well, actually, I am a virgin. It's my first solo book. But you could get the Kindle version for 99 cents on the 8th, August 8th and 9th. Or my book is like a workbook.
Okay.
And so I'm going to be taking it around and doing live, in-person workshops with people. And it's really for dreamers at any age and any stage of their development who have a dream. And it also really, really focuses on soul power, self-care, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Hello.
Yes. Amen.
Self-care. And amen. And
and
then there's all these tips, these tricks, these secrets, and these tools that I share from moi on my journey to kind of help you to support you as you're waiting for your dream to manifest. Remember, my fertility journey was a 12-year journey.
Wow.
So that's a long time to
That is a
hold
long
dream.
time.
But remember, when you have a big dream, and you're going to serve people, you
Yep.
have more, there's more kind of things you have to navigate.
I would
Okay?
agree. Yeah.
So,
Yep.
so the bigger the dream, the more kind of issues and problems that might come up. Now, are you going to give it up, or are you going to?
No.
Are
But
you
yeah, but it
so,
would be tempting. Yes. Yes.
so what are you going to do to sustain that? So that's the
Okay.
second part of the book is how you sustain that. What are the secrets of?
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
I
of
love that.
manifesting a big dream.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
or
it
just
is.
any dream. Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody's like, well, I just want this dream. It's like, oh, it'll be, well, anything worthwhile is, it takes effort and it's not easy. What worthwhile is easy. So,
True, and exactly, and also, what do you do if a dream dies, and what happens? What happens if we have dreams for others sometimes,
do.
and sometimes they die.
Yes.
How do you manage that? How do you
Yeah.
cope with that? All the dreams that we have, it's probably impossible to manifest all of them.
true. I would, yes, yeah.
Yeah, but most of us have predominant dreams. The one that keeps.
Oh, yes.
nagging
It's
us,
all,
you know
yep. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. All you can think about.
The funny thing was, I've had I've had readings from things that couldn't even see, like you said, like you didn't know you were going to be podcasting like 5 years ago.
No, I did not.
Right?
Nope.
If somebody told you that, you would say, "Yeah, right."
Yeah, I would have said that exactly. Yes.
So
Yep.
I've had. I don't spend a lot of time going to soothsayers and readers, but once in a while I go, and I had a psychic told me that that I was going to be acting, right? Now, meanwhile, I've written and starred in 4 different shows, okay? And I'm like, yeah, right. I'm not an actress. I'm a dancer. Get it? I was like, and then I had someone else tell me, describe my husband to a T, all right? That I was going to marry him. I was like, you're out of your mind.
Yes.
Then I had someone else tell me you're going to have twins. I was like, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
So.
And there it was. Yes.
There's that. There's that
yes.
kind of things that we can't see moving forward, kind of thing.
Very
But
true.
it's out there in the field.
It is.
It's out there in the field. Okay, for us.
It is. Yeah. Just waiting for us to come into the time when it manifests, basically.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Exactly.
So cool.
Exactly.
I mean.
Exactly.
Okay. So you're in Sarasota. Do you travel around the world, or you travel?
I may be going to Morocco in the spring.
Oh, so cool.
With Dr. Tana Conti, the founder of the GPS Code. I haven't, since the boys are born, I don't travel that much.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I don't travel that much. I every year we take them on a little vacation, but I'm not traveling the world. No.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I'm pretty grounded. Yeah. Maybe when they, I like to travel. I'd love to. I may take them on a family vacation to Italy. Maybe maybe when they graduate. Yeah. But
that would be a great graduation.
Yeah.
I mean, what a gift.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
So, but I'm not traveling a real lot.
Okay. So do your twins know what they want to do? Or are they having some inclinations, direction?
Not really. My one twin tells me he wants to do what I do. And I was like, really? Because yeah, one for you. I'm like, and the other one is he's not really sure, but I tell you, you can do well down here. All you need is a little truck, and you can clean people's like pool cages and like rack up down here. And I tell them, like, you could always go into some kind of business. You're serving people.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
You do well. Going to school is always a feather in your cap. It's always good to go to school to have that polish on you. So, and I've been to so many schools. I've my master's. I almost have a doctorate. It's good for what I do.
It is.
But I don't. As long as they have some kind of training, I think you need some kind of training after high school.
I do too.
But I'm not. If they're going to go to college and waste time, don't bother.
Yep.
Or they're not not really sure. Like after the first year, what they want to do. don't
Yep.
bother. You know, like
Yep.
so it's a little different, but and I don't like what I see going on in a lot of these colleges right now.
I don't either.
You know,
I don't know what direction this whole country at a lot of levels is going. So it definitely never thought I would really have to be concerned about it in this country, but I get more concerned about it every day, pretty much. And
yeah. We can, you know, I have to say that I can get really hooked into the chaos.
yeah, I hear you.
And I have to remind myself that, okay, we can only control what we can control.
Yep.
And when you raise your vibration, because everything is frequency, right?
It is. Yes, it is.
When
100%.
you raise your vibration, you can to the love vibration to 525 megahertz, right?
Yeah, I think it is that. Yes.
When you raise it through doing your own work,
Yes.
doing your own forgiveness, your own thankfulness, your own, your vibration, without saying a word, you can lift others' vibration when they step into your vibratory field.
Yep.
You automatically lift them.
You do. Yes.
So, or when you put out positive into the field. So, just by being you, just by what you do, who you are. So I have to remember that. And you know,
I know what you mean.
I was getting a little bit too much into, you know, the news, the truth or community.
It is. It's easy to be drawn into it.
It's easy to be sucked into it.
Yep.
And then have an opinion. And then, like my grandmother used to say, you know, she used to say two things. The news is the same every day, except the names have changed. And
true.
And you know, what's happening if you're giving your power away to all these different? I mean, I'm not saying don't be informed.
I hear you. I know what you mean, though.
But to be, it's almost like an addiction. It's just as bad as
I think so.
As the kids on the video games.
It is.
It's just
exactly.
as bad.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And so, you know, right? I think balance is the key with everything.
I agree.
And sometimes we get a little out of balance.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And then we have to bring the balance in.
Yep.
So I'm aware of that, and I work on it. I play on it. You gotta play on it.
I know what you mean, because I keep informed, but I very rarely watch the news. And my dad just can't understand how I can't watch the news, you know, basically 24/7. He's always got the news on. It's no. For one thing, it talk about taking your vibe. Oh yes, quickly. So, and
it's constant negative news, whether you watch CNN, Fox, even some of the truthers. But you know, like they say, Michael Jekyll says, stay in the love vibration.
Yep.
You know,
always
don't let anybody push you around. Basic tenets. You know.
Yes. No, it just. But there are so many people that do get into that and the negativity and all that stuff.
Well, we're very polarized. We're very, very polarized.
We are. Which,
you know.
Well, and like I told my dad, it's like whatever you're looking for, you're going to find. You know, if you're looking for negativity to make what you think be true, you're going to find it. But it also works for positivity. You know, because I find, it's just like day before yesterday, I helped with a YMCA kids camp. And, you know, everybody's like about kids being, you know, and it's like there was 78 kids, which were all awesome. It's just like, you know, we hear the kids are lazy, don't do anything. These kids were I loved it. It was so cool. And it's just like, don't tell me the kids are any different than they ever were. They still, they're all like they always have been. And, but it's just like, oh, these kids are worthless. And it's like, no, they're not. So,
it's a different era, albeit.
Yes.
There are some things that are always the same.
Yep.
That are always the same. You know?
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just
the innocence. Although kids today aren't as innocent.
No, they are not.
And that's a shame.
It is. It's really sad.
Yeah. But on the other hand, there's a lot going on that, you know. Like, you know, I try to protect my kids from a lot of things when they were young.
Yeah, and I think you have to.
Like the central nervous system, you know. But then when they were, when they were in the 8th grade, they found out about the mass shootings.
Yeah.
And they and that really took a toll on them.
And I can see why. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
No,
because it's like,
or
what if that happens in my... No, we didn't. I'm glad I grew up when I did. Because I never ever thought about any of that. So, no, so, I just... but no, that... And it was... These kids were so sweet because they wanted me to come back the next day. I was only going to be helping for one day. And they were so sweet. And it's just like... It's just like... No, don't tell me that... It's just like, well, positive people. There aren't many positive people out in the world anymore. Everybody's just, out for themselves. It's like, no, there are so many people out there that are positive and making a big difference in the world. So another reason why I do this, because I want to spread the word that there's a whole world full of like yourself. So
thank you. You too.
Thank you. So okay, do you have a podcast?
I don't have a podcast, but I'm going to have a podcast. I did like a year training with podcasting, so it's coming down the pike. Yeah, for sure.
Do you have a name?
It's going to be called Soul Connections.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And
Perfect.
I've already thought about topics and things like that.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That is so
I will
cool.
never run out of topics. Because
I can see that.
I'm a mental health counselor, so I've done like. I want to do stuff like how to support your child and nurture your child's social emotional health. I want to do a series on that. Yeah.
And that's very needed because I have a lot of people that I know in their 20s that deal with so much anxiety. Maybe it was that way when I was that age too, but I sure it's crippling for some of them. And
it's the number one, it's the number one mental health issue.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Anxiety disorders. Yeah.
No, I just I do feel for them, and I'm glad you're going to do your podcast on parts of that. I mean, that's very good. So
I have a workshop I do.
Oh, do you? Okay.
For that to de-stress, to help people de-stress.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and the book also focuses on that. And part of the book also focuses on that too.
Very good.
Soul power, self-care.
Yes. So no, we got to make sure we get this in the show, the notes for the podcast too, so we know how to everywhere they can get a hold of all that you have with your everything that you're doing.
Yeah,
so people can do that. So okay, what else would you like the guests to know about you today?
Wow. If you want to get in touch with me, you can check out Loria.360.com. Good.
Okay.
Loria, LORIA.shiftandgrowrich.com.
Okay.
You can check out some of the programs that I'm working with. You can email me. I do angelic healing sessions by phone.
Nice. Okay.
And I'm going to become a Reiki master. Which
are you? Okay, cool.
This year. We're talking about dreams, right?
Right.
I've been doing like energy work since like my late 20s, and I have like so many certifications that you can like shake a stick at.
Okay.
Crazy.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm
That's
like
good.
angelic healing. I've got a lot, La Ho Chi, Marielle, you name it.
Cool.
Anyway, but I never finished my Reiki.
Okay.
I started it in my early 20s, but now I'm finishing it. I'm going to become a Holy Fire Reiki, which is a dream of mine this year.
Very cool.
But I mix it with like the angelic healing. I love working with the angelic realm. So if anybody would like a session, I love doing sessions for people. I do them remotely on the phone or through Zoom. They can contact me at LoriaNow@gmail.com. Loria, Loria now @gmail.com.
Cool.
Yeah, and
Oh, I mean that so much, and I'm glad our paths crossed. I mean, you are. This has been so awesome, and
same.
I think I will tie up the end of the podcast. So maybe a follow up podcast down the line. If
I love that. Okay.
So that sounds great, and I will share all that, which you just the things that you just shared with us. We'll make sure those are in the notes, and I look forward to you having your podcast too.
Yeah.
I think that'll be so cool. So But anyway, Loria, thanks for joining us today on the Dreamcatcher podcast. And until next time, take care.
So welcome, Mark.
Oh, thank you.
Keep going, and I can't wait till we celebrate 100 more for you.
Oh, thank you.
That's going to be great.
I appreciate that. So thank you. So take
All
care.
righty. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great day.
You too.
Ciao for now.